Have you ever felt like something was holding you back, even when you were trying your hardest to move forward? Like there was an unseen force working against you, making things harder than they should be? Well, you might be right. There's a hidden danger that many people don't know about, but it's very real and it's targeting special individuals like you. We're talking about the monitoring spirit, a powerful, invisible force that's out to stop chosen ones from reaching their full potential. Now, you might be thinking, chosen ones? That sounds like something from a movie. But here's the thing. In the spiritual world, there are people who have been picked for important tasks. These are the chosen ones, and they have a big role to play in making the world a better place. The monitoring spirit knows this, and it doesn't like it one bit. That's why it's always on the lookout, trying to spot these special people and throw obstacles in their way. This isn't just some scary bedtime story or something made up to frighten you. The monitoring spirit is as real as the air you breathe, even though you can't see it. It's like a sneaky spy, always watching and waiting for the right moment to cause trouble. And if you're one of the chosen ones, you need to know about this threat, because knowledge is power, and understanding this invisible enemy is the first step to beating it. Now let's talk about why this matters so much. Imagine you have a super important job to do, something that could change the world for the better. But every time you try to get started, something goes wrong. You oversleep, or your car breaks down, or you suddenly feel too tired to work. It's frustrating, right? Well, that's exactly what the monitoring spirit wants. It's trying to stop you from fulfilling your purpose. If you don't learn about this spirit and how it works, it could keep holding you back. You might start to think you're just unlucky or that you're not good enough to achieve your goals. And that's exactly what the monitoring spirit wants you to believe. It wants you to give up, to stop trying, to forget about the important task you were chosen for. But here's the good news. Once you know what you're up against, you can fight back. When you understand how the monitoring spirit operates, you can spot its tricks and avoid its traps. You can learn to protect yourself and keep moving forward, no matter what obstacles it throws in your way. And that's what this video is all about, giving you the knowledge and tools you need to defeat this invisible enemy. Think about it like this. If you were going into a battle, you want to know everything you could about your opponent, right? You want to understand their strengths and weaknesses, their tactics and strategies. Well, that's what we're doing here. We're preparing you for a spiritual battle, arming you with information so you can come out on top. So, what exactly is this monitoring spirit we keep talking about? Well, it's not something you can see with your eyes or touch with your hands, but that doesn't make it any less real. Think of it as an invisible being that exists in the spiritual realm. Its job is to watch people, especially those who have been chosen for important spiritual tasks. Now, when we say watch, we don't mean it's just sitting back and observing. No, this spirit is actively looking for ways to interfere. It's like having a really mean, invisible person following you around all day, trying to trip you up or distract you whenever you're about to do something important. The monitoring spirit doesn't have your best interests at heart. In fact, it's the opposite. This spirit wants to stop you from growing spiritually, from reaching your full potential, and from completing the tasks you were meant to do. It's like a bully that doesn't want you to succeed, but instead of pushing you around physically, it works in sneaky, hard-to-spot ways. The monitoring spirit has a few main ways of causing trouble. First, it watches you closely to learn your habits, your strengths, and your weaknesses. It's like it's studying you, trying to figure out the best way to throw you off course. Once it knows enough about you, it starts to interfere. Sometimes, it might make you feel suddenly tired or sick when you're about to do something important. Other times, it might bring negative people or situations into your life to distract you or bring you down. It might even try to plant doubts in your mind, making you question yourself and your abilities. One of the tricky things about the monitoring spirit is that its actions can often look like normal, everyday problems. A streak of bad luck, a series of small setbacks, or a period of feeling down. These could all be the work of a monitoring spirit. That's why it's so important to learn how to recognize when the spirit might be at work in your life. Now, you might be wondering, why does the spirit care so much about stopping people? Well, it all comes down to the bigger picture. The monitoring spirit is part of a larger force that doesn't want good things to happen in the world. It doesn't want people to grow spiritually or to make positive changes. Chosen ones are special because they have the potential to do a lot of good. They might be destined to help others, to spread important spiritual messages, or to make big, positive changes in the world. The monitoring spirit and the forces it works for don't want these things to happen. So they target chosen ones, trying to stop them before they can really get started on their important work. It's like if you had a garden and there was a pest that kept eating your seeds before they could grow into plants. The monitoring spirit is like that pest, trying to stop chosen ones before they can grow into their full potential and bear the fruit they're meant to produce. Understanding the monitoring spirit is the first step in learning how to protect yourself from it. By knowing what it is, how it works, and why it targets chosen ones, you're already better prepared to face this challenge. In the rest of this video, we'll dive deeper into how to recognize when a monitoring spirit is at work in your life, and most importantly, how to fight back and win. Remember, being targeted by a monitoring spirit doesn't mean there's anything wrong with you. In fact, it often means the opposite, that you have great potential and important work to do. So don't be discouraged. Instead, see it as a sign that you're on the right path, and get ready to learn how to overcome this obstacle and fulfill your true purpose. Signs of a monitoring spirit attack. Now that we know what a monitoring spirit is, let's talk about how to spot one in action. Remember, this spirit is sneaky. It doesn't want you to know it's there. But if you pay attention, you can start to see patterns that might mean a monitoring spirit is at work in your life. One of the biggest signs is feeling tired all the time, especially when you're about to do something important. Let's say you've been planning to start a new spiritual practice, like meditation. Every time you sit down to meditate, you suddenly feel exhausted. This isn't just normal tiredness. It's like someone flipped a switch and drained all your energy. That could be the work of a monitoring spirit. Another sign is when strange things keep happening to slow you down. Maybe you're on your way to an important meeting and your car breaks down. Then the next day, your alarm doesn't go off. The day after that, you lose your phone. One or two of these things might be bad luck, but when they keep piling up, it might be more than coincidence. Weird nightmares are another clue. These aren't your usual bad dreams. They're vivid, scary, and often leave you feeling drained when you wake up. You might dream about being chased, falling, or being trapped. These nightmares can be the monitoring spirit's way of attacking you while you sleep, trying to wear you down. Along with nightmares, you might have a constant feeling that someone's watching you. It's like that creepy feeling you get when you think someone's staring at you, but when you turn around, no one's there. With a monitoring spirit, this feeling doesn't go away. You might feel uneasy all the time, even in places where you normally feel safe. The monitoring spirit doesn't just work on your mind, it can affect your body too. You might notice you're getting sick more often, or old health problems are flaring up again. Maybe you're having headaches, stomach issues, or just feeling off without knowing why. Emotionally, you might feel more down than usual. The monitoring spirit often tries to make chosen ones feel sad, angry, or hopeless. You might find yourself snapping at loved ones for no reason, or feeling like nothing's going right in your life. Remember, having one or two of these signs doesn't automatically mean you're under attack. But if you're experiencing several of them, especially if they started happening around the same time, it might be worth looking into. The more you know about how the monitoring spirit works, the better you can protect yourself. Now let's talk about why the monitoring spirit is so focused on chosen ones. What makes these people so special? Well, in the spiritual world, chosen ones are like key players in a big game. They're people who have been picked for important tasks that can make a real difference in the world. Think of it like this. If life is a big story, chosen ones are main characters. They're not just along for the ride. They have a specific job to do. This job might be helping others, spreading important messages, or making big changes that improve things for everyone. Chosen ones often have special gifts or abilities. Maybe they're really good at healing people, or they can see things others can't. Some might be natural leaders, while others are great at solving problems. Whatever their gift is, it's meant to be used for good. Now, here's where the monitoring spirit comes in. This spirit and the negative forces it works for don't want these good things to happen. They prefer things to stay the same or even get worse. Chosen ones are a threat to their plans. It's like in those movies where the bad guys try to stop the hero before they can save the day. The monitoring spirit is trying to stop chosen ones before they can really get started on their important work. The monitoring spirit knows that it's easier to stop someone at the beginning of their journey than when they're further along. That's why it often targets chosen ones early, before they fully understand their gifts or their purpose. Think about a seed that's just starting to grow. It's much easier to stop it from becoming a tree when it's still small and weak. The monitoring spirit tries to do the same thing to chosen ones. It wants to create doubt, fear, and confusion early on, hoping that the chosen one will give up before they really get started. This is why many chosen ones face challenges or strange experiences from a young age. The monitoring spirit is trying to throw them off course before they can grow strong in their abilities and purpose. Understanding this can be really empowering for chosen ones. If you're facing a lot of obstacles or weird experiences, it might not be because there's something wrong with you. It could be because you have the potential to do something really important and negative forces are trying to stop you. Now that we know why the monitoring spirit targets chosen ones, let's dive into how it actually does its work. Understanding these tactics is crucial because it helps you spot them in action and defend yourself. One of the main tricks the monitoring spirit uses is making you doubt yourself. It might plant thoughts in your head like, "You're not good enough," or "Who do you think you are to do something important?" These thoughts can be really sneaky. They often sound like your own voice, which makes them hard to spot. The spirit might also bring negative people into your life. These could be folks who always seem to criticize you or who try to talk you out of your goals. They might not even realize they're being used by the monitoring spirit, but their constant negativity can wear you down over time. Another big tool in the monitoring spirit's toolbox is distraction. It knows that if it can keep you busy with little things, you won't have time or energy for the big, important stuff you're meant to do. This could look like suddenly having a ton of little problems to deal with. Your computer might keep crashing when you're trying to work, or you might find yourself caught up in pointless arguments or drama with friends or family. The spirit might even use good things to distract you, like a new hobby that takes up all your time. The goal is to keep you so busy putting out small fires that you never get around to your real purpose. It's like if you were supposed to paint a masterpiece, but the spirit keeps handing you coloring books instead. The monitoring spirit also likes to create confusion. It might make you feel unsure about your path or your choices. You might find yourself second-guessing decisions you were once sure about. This confusion can also show up as mixed messages. Maybe you'll get conflicting advice from people you trust, or you'll find contradictory information when you're researching something important. The spirit wants to keep you stuck, unsure of which way to go. Sometimes the monitoring spirit will even use fear. It might try to scare you away from your path by making things seem more dangerous or difficult than they really are. This could be fear of failure, fear of success, or even fear of the unknown. The key thing to remember is that the monitoring spirit's power lies in secrecy. It doesn't want you to know it's there. That's why learning about its tactics is so important. When you can recognize these tricks, they lose a lot of their power over you. It's like turning on a light in a dark room. The room might have seemed scary when it was dark, but once you can see clearly, it's not so frightening anymore. The same is true with a monitoring spirit. When you can see its tactics for what they are, you're much better equipped to deal with them. Remember, the monitoring spirit uses these tricks because it's afraid of what you might accomplish if you're not held back. Its very existence is a sign that you have the potential to do something amazing. So don't let its tactics discourage you. Instead, see them as a sign that you're on the right path and get ready to learn how to overcome them. Protecting yourself. Step 1. Now that we've uncovered the monitoring spirit's tricks, it's time to learn how to fight back. The first and most important step in protecting yourself is to believe in yourself. This might sound simple, but it's incredibly powerful. Remember, you're chosen for a reason. The monitoring spirit wouldn't be bothering with you if you didn't have something special to offer. So when those doubts start creeping in, remind yourself of this truth. You have a purpose, and you're capable of fulfilling it. Start by making a list of your strengths and accomplishments. Include everything, no matter how small it might seem. Maybe you're a great listener, or you have a talent for making people laugh. These things matter. They're part of what makes you special. Next, think about the times you've overcome challenges in the past. You've made it through tough situations before, and you can do it again. Each obstacle you've faced has made you stronger and wiser. One powerful way to strengthen your belief in yourself is through affirmations. These are positive statements that you repeat to yourself regularly. They might feel a bit awkward at first, but stick with it. Over time, they can help rewire your thinking. Try saying things like, "I am capable of great things," or "I trust in my abilities and my purpose." Say these out loud to yourself every morning when you wake up and every night before you go to bed. You can even write them down and put them where you'll see them often. When you catch yourself thinking negative thoughts, stop and challenge them. Ask yourself, is this really true? Or is this the monitoring spirit trying to trick me? Then replace that negative thought with a positive one. Another important part of believing in yourself is learning to trust your own inner wisdom. The monitoring spirit wants you to doubt yourself and look outside for answers. But you have a deep well of knowledge and intuition within you. Take some time each day to be quiet and listen to your inner voice. This could be through meditation, prayer, or just sitting in silence for a few minutes. Ask yourself what feels right, what resonates with your true self. As you practice this, you'll get better at distinguishing between your own inner guidance and the misleading whispers of the monitoring spirit. Your inner voice will always lead you towards growth and your true purpose, while the monitoring spirit tries to hold you back. Once you've strengthened your belief in yourself, the next step is to create a shield of positive energy around you. This shield acts like a spiritual armor, helping to deflect the monitoring spirit's attacks. One of the best ways to build this shield is through regular spiritual practice. This could be prayer, meditation, yoga, or whatever feels right for you. The key is to do it consistently, every single day. Even just 10 or 15 minutes can make a big difference. When you meditate or pray, visualize a bright light surrounding you. This light is your shield of positive energy. Imagine it growing stronger with each breath you take. See it protecting you from negative influences and filling you with strength and peace. You can also use crystals or other sacred objects to help boost your energy shield. Carry a small crystal with you, or wear jewelry that has spiritual significance to you. These objects can serve as physical reminders of your spiritual protection. Another important part of creating your shield is cleansing your living space. The monitoring spirit can sometimes leave negative energy in the places where you spend a lot of time. Regular cleansing can help clear this out and keep your space positive. You can do this by burning sage or incense, using sound like ringing a bell, or simply opening the windows and visualizing fresh, clean energy flowing in. As you do this, set the intention that your space is protected from negative influences. Don't forget about digital spaces too. The monitoring spirit can sometimes work through technology. Take some time to clean up your social media feeds, unsubscribing from anything that brings you down. Fill your digital world with positivity, just like your physical one. Remember, creating this shield isn't a one-time thing. It's something you need to maintain and strengthen regularly. Make it a part of your daily routine, just like brushing your teeth or eating breakfast. When you feel your shield weakening, maybe you're extra tired or feeling down, take some time to recharge. Do something that brings you joy and peace. This could be listening to uplifting music, spending time in nature, or engaging in a hobby you love. The more you practice building and maintaining your energy shield, the stronger it will become. Over time, you'll find that negative influences, including the monitoring spirit, have a harder time affecting you. The final step in protecting yourself from the monitoring spirit is to connect with other chosen ones. Remember, you're not alone in this journey. There are others out there facing similar challenges, and together you're stronger. Start by being open about your experiences. Share your story with trusted friends or family members. You might be surprised to find that some of them have had similar experiences. These connections can be incredibly validating and supportive. Look for spiritual groups or communities in your area. These could be meditation groups, prayer circles, or discussion groups focused on spiritual topics. Attend meetings and events. Even if you're shy, just being in the presence of like-minded people can be powerful. Online communities can also be a great resource. There are many forums and social media groups dedicated to spiritual growth and experiences. Join these groups and participate in discussions. Share your insights and learn from others. When you connect with other chosen ones, you'll find that your experiences start to make more sense. Things that seemed strange or scary before might be common experiences among people on a spiritual path. Sharing your challenges with others who understand can be incredibly healing. It's a chance to get advice, share coping strategies, and simply feel less alone. Sometimes just knowing that others have faced similar struggles and come out stronger can give you the courage to keep going. These connections can also help you spot the monitoring spirit's tricks more easily. When you share your experiences, others might point out patterns you hadn't noticed before. They might have strategies for dealing with certain types of attacks that you hadn't thought of. As you connect with other chosen ones, work on building a strong support network. This network can be a powerful defense against the monitoring spirit's attempts to isolate and discourage you. Have regular check-ins with your spiritual friends. This could be a weekly phone call, a monthly meetup, or even just regular messages to see how everyone's doing. Knowing you have this support can make a huge difference when you're facing challenges. Consider finding a mentor, someone further along on their spiritual journey who can offer guidance and wisdom. A good mentor can help you navigate difficult times and stay focused on your purpose. Remember, connecting with others doesn't mean you're weak or can't handle things on your own. It's actually a sign of strength and wisdom. Even the most powerful chosen ones throughout history had support and community around them. As we wrap up this exploration of the monitoring spirit and how to protect yourself from its influence, let's recap the key points we've covered. We started by understanding what the monitoring spirit is, an invisible force that tries to hold back chosen ones from fulfilling their purpose. We learned about the signs of a monitoring spirit attack, from unexplained tiredness to a series of unlucky events. We discovered why chosen ones are targeted, because they have the potential to make significant positive changes in the world. The monitoring spirit, working for negative forces, wants to prevent these changes from happening. We then delved into how the monitoring spirit works, using tactics like self-doubt, distraction, and confusion to throw chosen ones off their path. Believe in yourself, recognizing your own worth and potential. Create a shield of positive energy through regular spiritual practice and cleansing. Connect with other chosen ones, building a supportive community. Remember, being targeted by a monitoring spirit doesn't mean you're weak or doing something wrong. On the contrary, it's often a sign that you're on the right path, that you have the potential to do something truly meaningful. As you move forward, stay vigilant, but also stay positive. The monitoring spirit's power lies in secrecy and negativity. By shining the light of awareness and positivity on its tactics, you diminish its influence over you. Your journey as a chosen one may not always be easy, but it is incredibly important. The world needs the gifts you have to offer, the changes you're meant to bring about. Don't let the monitoring spirit or any other obstacle hold you back from fulfilling your purpose. Stay strong, stay connected, and keep moving forward. You have the power within you to overcome any challenge, including the monitoring spirit. Trust in yourself, in your purpose, and in the positive forces that support you. Remember, you are chosen for a reason. Embrace your path, face your challenges with courage, and step into the powerful, positive force you're meant to be. The world is waiting for what only you can bring. Go forth and shine your light.